What if you could grow your wealth while you sleep? What if there were a force that multiplied your money over time, without extra effort, without a financial degree, and without playing risky games? It exists, and it's available to everyone. It's called compound interest. You've probably heard the term before. It's often tossed around in finance books, investment articles, and money podcasts. But most people underestimate it, or they misunderstand it, and that's a massive missed opportunity. Compound interest is more than just a concept. It's a wealth-building engine, a force that quietly works in the background, growing stronger the longer you leave it alone. And here's the thing. It doesn't require huge sums of money. You don't need to be a millionaire. You don't need to pick the next big stock. You just need two things: time and consistency. Now let's talk about how it works. Most people are familiar with simple interest, where you earn interest on your original investment only. It's linear, predictable. You earn the same amount every year. But compound interest? That's different. With compounding, you earn interest not just on your original investment, but also on the interest you've already earned. In other words, your money earns money, and then that new money earns more money. And this keeps going, year after year, like a snowball rolling downhill, gathering more snow, building speed, and becoming a giant. Albert Einstein allegedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. He supposedly said, "He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it." Now, whether or not he said those exact words doesn't matter. What matters is that the power of compounding is real and life-changing. So whether you're just starting your financial journey or looking to optimize what you already have, understanding compound interest is one of the smartest things you'll ever do. Let's break it down. Let's look at the math. Let's see exactly how this works in the real world.
The math of compounding. COM. Let's say you decide to invest $100 every month into an investment that gives you an average annual return of 8%. Thoughtful. $100 a month might not seem like much. That's about the cost of dinner for two or a new pair of sneakers. But here's how your wealth grows over time. After 1 year, you've put in $1,200. With compounding, you might end up with around $1,250. After 5 years, your $6,000 in contributions has grown to about $7,300. After 10 years, you've invested $12,000, and it's now worth more than $18,000. After 20 years, you've put in $24,000, and it's grown to over $55,000. After 30 years, your $36,000 has turned into nearly $136,000. And after 40 years, just $48,000 invested turns into over $300,000. And here's the crazy part. Most of that growth happens in the last 10 years. Questioning, why? Confident, because compounding is exponential. The longer your money stays invested, the faster it grows. Thoughtful. At first it feels slow, the gains are small, but over time the curve steepens, and the growth becomes explosive. Let's visualize it. In the first 10 years, your money grows steadily. But in the last 10 years, your money grows more than it did in the first 30 years combined. That's what makes compounding so powerful, and why patience is everything. Let's look at another angle. Suppose you have a lump sum of $10,000, and you let it sit untouched in an account earning 8% annually. Here's what happens. After 10 years, $21,500. After 20 years, $46,600. After 30 years, $100,600. After 40 years, over $217,000 from a single one-time investment. No monthly deposits, no extra effort, just time doing its thing. Thoughtful. Now imagine if you were consistent and added $100 every month on top of that. You'd be looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars in compounded wealth, confident. And this isn't hypothetical. These are real numbers, based on conservative averages in broad market index funds. Persuasive. Still not convinced? Let's make it even more relatable, casual. Let's say you buy a $4 coffee every day. That's roughly $120 per month. If instead, you invested that $120 in a fund averaging 8% annually, here's what you'd have. After 10 years, $18,000. After 20 years, $52,000. After 30 years, $125,000. After 40 years, $280,000. From coffee money. That's what makes compound interest the silent millionaire maker. Now, let's explore an even deeper truth about this. Why starting early matters far more than saving more. If there's one takeaway you remember from this video, let it be this. Time is more powerful than money. Let's illustrate that with a real-world comparison. Two friends, Alex and Taylor. Alex starts investing at age 22. He invests $300 a month for 10 years, then stops. He never adds another penny. He lets that money sit and grow. Taylor waits until age 32 to start. She also invests $300 a month, but for 30 years straight, all the way to age 62. So who ends up with more money? Let's break it down. Alex contributes $36,000 over 10 years. Taylor contributes $108,000 over 30 years. That's 3 times as much money invested by Taylor. But at retirement, assuming 8% annual returns, Alex ends up with $440,000. Taylor ends up with $375,000. Wait, how? Because Alex gave his money more time to grow. His investment had an extra 10 years to compound before Taylor even started. And those early years made all the difference. That's how exponential growth works. The earlier you start, the more powerful your returns, even if you contribute less money overall. Let's flip the scenario. What if Taylor had started at 22, like Alex, and also invested $300 a month for 30 years? She wouldn't just have $440,000. She'd have nearly $1 million. That's the compound effect in full swing. It's not about being rich. It's not about investing huge sums. It's about giving your money enough time to work for you. That's why compound interest favors the young, not because they have more money, but because they have more time. But what if you didn't start early? What if you're already in your 30s, 40s, or beyond? Here's the good news. It's never too late to start, because compound interest still works. It just needs time and consistency. If you're 40 and you invest $500 a month for the next 25 years at 8% annual return, you'll still retire with over $460,000. Start at 45? That's still $275,000 plus. The key is to start as soon as you can, and then stay consistent. Even small amounts grow into something meaningful. Let's see some real strategies to harness compound interest. Now that we've seen the raw power of compound interest, the question becomes, how can you make it work for you? It's one thing to understand it conceptually, but it's another to put it into action. So let's talk strategy. The most effective way to benefit from compound interest is to invest regularly and reinvest your earnings. Let's start with a few practical tools and approaches. Index funds and ETFs. These are some of the most accessible and efficient ways to build long-term wealth. Index funds track major markets like the S&P 500. Instead of betting on a single stock, you're buying a slice of hundreds of companies. They're low cost, low maintenance, and historically deliver solid returns, averaging around 7 to 10% annually over long periods. If you set up automatic monthly contributions into an index fund, reinvest the dividends, and never touch the money, you're compounding. You're not trying to time the market, you're giving time to the market. Dividend reinvestment plans, DRIPs. If you invest in dividend-paying stocks or ETFs, those dividends can be automatically reinvested to buy more shares. It's a quiet but powerful form of compounding. Instead of taking that $50 dividend and spending it, DRIPs use it to purchase more stock, which then earns more dividends in the future. This flywheel effect continues year after year. Retirement accounts. Depending on your country, you may have access to retirement accounts like 401ks, Roth IRAs, or other tax-advantaged accounts. The benefit here is twofold: clarifying tax efficiency. Your gains aren't eaten up by annual taxes, which gives compounding more power, highlighting long-term horizon. Because these accounts are designed for the future, they naturally encourage a hands-off, consistent investing approach. Reassuring, let your contributions grow undisturbed and watch time do its magic. Dollar cost averaging, DCA. Defining this is the practice of investing a fixed amount regularly, like $100 or $500 each month, regardless of market conditions. When prices are high, your money buys fewer shares. When prices are low, it buys more. Over time, this reduces the impact of volatility and ensures you're always putting money to work. It removes emotion from investing and creates a system, which is crucial when building wealth. Automated investing platforms. Today, there are many platforms and apps that allow you to automate your investing. Set it and forget it. These platforms can pull a set amount from your bank account and allocate it to diversified investments, including index funds and ETFs. Some even round up your daily purchases and invest the change. The goal? Keep money flowing into your investments without needing constant attention. Common mistakes that kill compounding. Serious. Now let's flip the coin. Because while compound interest can build incredible wealth, it's also fragile. It works best when left untouched, and certain behaviors can kill its momentum. Let's go over the biggest mistakes to avoid. Interrupting the process. Withdrawing your money early, whether out of fear, panic, or short-term needs, breaks the compounding cycle. Remember, the final years are the most powerful. That's where the real acceleration happens. Pulling out early can cost you more than you realize. Trying to time the market. You might think, I'll pull out now and get back in when things look better. But the market doesn't work that way. Missing even just a few of the market's best days over decades can slash your returns dramatically. It's not about timing, it's about time, paying high fees. Some investment products come with high management fees, eating into your returns. Even a 1% fee might sound small, but over 30 to 40 years, it can cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Always check the expense ratio of funds and avoid unnecessary costs. Not reinvesting earnings. If you cash out your interest or dividends and spend them, you're cutting off the compounding engine. Let every dollar go back to work. Reinvest everything, especially early on. Lifestyle inflation. As income increases, many people start spending more. Bigger car, fancier vacations, expensive habits. If your lifestyle inflates with your income, your savings rate might stay flat, and you lose out on compounding larger amounts. The solution? Keep expenses modest, increase contributions, and let the gap between income and spending grow. Falling for get-rich-quick schemes. Scams and high-risk investments often promise fast returns. But sustainable wealth isn't built overnight. Compound interest is slow and steady. It's not flashy, but it's real. Stick with proven methods. Trust the process. But sometimes numbers don't stick, but stories do. So let's look at a couple of real examples. The story of Ronald Read. Ronald Read was a janitor and gas station attendant in the United States. He lived frugally, invested consistently in dividend-paying stocks, and reinvested everything. When he passed away, he shocked the world. His estate was worth over $8 million. No lottery, no startup, just time, consistency, and compound interest. Next, let's see Warren Buffett's secret. Buffett is one of the richest people on earth. But here's what many don't realize. Over 95% of his wealth was built after his 60th birthday. Why? Because he started investing at age 11 and never stopped. His success isn't just about skill. It's about longevity. The real driver? Time plus compounding. Metaphors that make it click. Think of your money as employees. You send them out to work, invest, and they earn you more money, as hard as you do. Then those new dollars become employees too. Soon you have an entire army of dollars working for you, day and night. The longer they work, the stronger the force becomes. Or picture a tree. You plant a seed, your initial investment. For years it looks small. Growth is slow. Then one day it starts growing rapidly, because the roots were forming all along. Compound interest is just like that tree. It starts invisible, then one day it's massive. Mindset shifts that matter. Compounding teaches patience. It rewards long-term thinking and punishes impulsive behavior. You begin to see the power of consistency, discipline, and habits, not just with money, but in life. Whether it's learning, fitness, relationships, or personal growth, the compound effect applies. Start small, repeat often, stay committed, and you'll see massive results. By now, you understand what compound interest is. You've seen the numbers, heard the stories, felt the power. So here's the final truth. The best day to start was yesterday. The next best day is today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It won't come. Start with what you have, even if it's just $50 a month, even if it's just rounding up your change. The important thing is to begin. Set the snowball in motion, because every day you wait is a day you're not compounding. Let your future self look back and say, I'm so glad I started when I did. Because the small steps you take today will lead to massive growth tomorrow. That's the magic of compound interest, and it's ready to work for you, if you let it. If you found this video helpful, consider hitting subscribe. I make more content that helps you take control of your financial life, one smart decision at a time. Until next time, stay aware, stay prepared, and let your money work as hard as you do.